Good afternoon. I guess still morning where we are. Just finished the Dutch Grand Prix as well. Welcome into the dive. I am going solo today. German Dave is still sick since Friday now. So all the best to him. Hopefully he does recover. Hopefully he's good. Yeah, I mean by next week, surely, right? So I'll be doing it solo tonight. No big deal. We do have the double header starting off with Newcastle, Liverpool doing the next game. Kind of an overlap an hour in at 12:30 Eastern time. An hour from now, yes. That's Juventus Frosinone. Of course, we're going to do Juventus. Why not? But this one probably the biggest match of the weekend, I would say, in terms of stature of both teams. Newcastle, Liverpool, and we do have our first English man here in the chat as well. Dan, welcome in. Yeah, starting off the Premier League, guys. So before we get underway, please like, subscribe, follow. We are on all platforms. The links are down in the description, so please check that out. We are currently on YouTube, of course, Twitch, X, Instagram, pick and assist. And I say I've only put it on YouTube in the horizontal today. No, it's in both. Okay, it's going in both. My bad. Yeah, Tottenham. Oh, buddy, I tried to get my brother on the stream. He doesn't know footy a whole lot. He is a sports guy. He knows the NFL, the NHL pretty well. MLB, one of the big North American ones. His son is pretty decent, pretty good at soccer, football. My nephew. I guess his there's a work pool for the Premier League. He was asking me, and he confirmed with his son. He's 13. He knows things about it. I mean, he didn't know that Tottenham. I warned my brother about Tottenham. I'm like, don't put too much faith in them. And sure enough, because he had them winning, and no, they clearly did not win. So, man, yeah, and Man United too. That was the message I sent him yesterday. Is like, so what did we learn about Man U and Tottenham? It's just a super disappointing way to start off your season, especially when you look at how much money these teams do spend. I get it's a long season. It is just the first match. But come on, guys. It's a bad luck. Definitely a bad luck. Tottenham net spend nearly 300 mil and they got thrashed. Yeah, that's exactly it. I don't have the hard numbers. Maybe I can pull them up. But yeah, these Premier League. I get you have to compete. You have to spend the money when you're in the Premier League. Those exuberant amount of money. Yeah, let's look it up. Total spending by club in the top. Yeah, top spending by club soccer. Let's see. Transfer market does usually have it. Okay, well, I mean, they do show everything. This may be something to get into halftime a bit more. You know what? Let's pop it up. Let's pop it up quickly before the game starts. Yeah, there was that moment of silence for Kevin Keegan, so there is a slight delay. We do have a moment here just to dive in. So Tottenham in second. We're talking about the world here, right? Second overall. Chelsea's first. They spent 407, income 165. Their balance is 242. When you look at Tottenham, they spent 267, made 165, so they're at 101. Like, man, even Juventus, I don't know. I still don't know. I'm waiting to see how Juventus spent all that money this year. How Milan spent all that money this year. How Ipswich Town spent that much money this year. And we do have a kickoff, so just a little food for thought there, anyways. Yeah, just getting a scoreboard up for everyone now as well. And we will get the sync going on that so you can see my time. It will be interesting. I haven't figured out how to get the two scoreboard. I'll work on that to see how to get two scoreboards going at once. And we have the sync going now. So the scoreboard is up there 50 seconds. It's played like a pub team. Yeah. I love how you guys have pub teams over there, though. That's a culture we don't have over here for or even sports. Like we'll have our teams, then maybe go to the bar afterwards, but we don't have like the pub team per se. Yeah, Kimmy second. Russell, man, it's one of those things. A couple more laps, and maybe Hamilton would have had him. Ferrari strategy, maybe not 100% today. But yeah, Kimi doing well to make up spots. Dutch Grand Prix, there's a reason why we're not Liverpool big block. There's a reason why the Dutch Grand Prix, well, among other things, I mean, money. A lot of these countries can't afford while competing with the US, with the Middle East in terms of how much they're willing to spend on a sport to host things. But um, it's a cool old school track, Zandvoort. But for modern F1, it's not great. There was the Leclerc overpass halfway through, and then some things towards the end, but, like, a lot of that race is just I kind of expected it. It's one of those things because I'm streaming right now, and I had to get things done, but, I just kinda put it on. I was doing other things for most of it, essentially. I got my pizza dough ready. 'Cause I was in Toronto last weekend. I got the buffalo mozzarella. Never actually got buffalo mozzarella in Canada before. I've had it when I was in Italy, of course, but first time I'm gonna make a pizza with it. We just made our fresh tomato sauce, so that'll be going on the pizza as well as fresh basil from the garden. So we're just gonna do complete old school margarita tonight. Hopefully the weather stays. It's been raining. Hopefully it stays. um yeah, and then I hit the bike for like 25 minutes to finish off the race as well. So I knew I could kind of get away with it today. Hey Kerr, how am I doing? Oh, do good, man. How are you? Are we excited for our first draw? We start the first Juve. I'll stop saying we because we're at Newcastle, Liverpool right now. Newpool? We're watching Newpool. And but in terms of Juve, they tend to start well, like their first three games tend to be okay. Now people are talking. You guys remember KF Squad, Hamza? Liverpool just can't find the target down there. They counterattack though, setting Newcastle up. Oh, nice feed breakaway, and it's Newcastle 1-0. I thought they were going to call it offside by his reaction there. It's like, no way. That's a beautiful goal. 4 minutes. That was like 4 minutes and like 15 seconds. Liverpool, sloppy pass into the box. They committed forward. That pass picked up and just sent forward. Beautiful through pass. Look at it again here. Yeah, just passing to nobody but Newcastle. How quick they just turned this around. 2 passes. Oh my lord. That's beautiful. Anthony Alanga from William Usula. 1-2 in the back of the net. And here we are, guys. Premier League. We're not watching Serie A today. See? See how much more exciting this could be? Oh, boy. Liverpool getting caught out on their high press there. It was just lazy, right? Those little mistakes. That was just beautiful by Newcastle to jump on that and see the route, not wasting any times with it. You can't really ask for much more. That's a great way to start your season. Um, you Louis lover saying hi a whole bunch. Um, well, I'm not gonna be a dick about it. What team do you support? I mean, if you just look in the background, it's nothing but Juve. So this is the first season, guys. For everyone that's coming in to watch Liverpool, Newcastle, we have traditionally been a Juventus channel, Serie A channel. We had tons of fun, and we've been talking about this for a couple seasons now to branch out. But this past summer at the World Cup, we had tons of fun just watching everyone, watching our own teams as well, of course. Um, but then just being a neutral and just trying to enjoy the sport for what the sport is instead of just going on this emotional roller coaster constantly with your own team, which we're gonna cover. I mean, there's Juve starts in 50 minutes, right? So I'll have both screens going. We're gonna cover both games. It'll be fun to maybe see how confused I get following which black and white striped team at the same time. I guess I can just base it off who the away team is. But already, like with 4 minutes in, this is already fun. Is that a foul? Oh yeah, I guess his arm was up a little bit there. Burns on Verts. And we like hockey. I do like hockey. That's not a lie. The only big sport I'm not really into is the NFL. And decent delivery for Liverpool goes over. I used to watch the NBA. I just can't stand it these days. I don't hate basketball. I just hate the NBA. But I mean, outside of not really caring about the NBA and not really getting into the NFL, man. Oh, you support Arsenal. All right. Well, I think you guys have a good chance this year. They're probably the favorites, especially the way how maybe some of these other big teams are started up, right? And Dan, oh, Gakpo can't find a way through. Newcastle defending there. Liverpool trying to come at it quick, obviously. Trying to get that reaction from the boys, but not quite yet. Lots of time. I think Newcastle's going to have a lot of defending to do coming the next, how long? Maybe another 10 minutes or so before they run out of steam. Let's see how Liverpool can crank her down. Dan asked about the Commonwealth Games. That is very much something that is shown on cable, which I do not have. I think that'd be like a CBC thing. No, I don't get in. It's one of those things if it's on TV, I suppose. I don't think there was a whole lot of contact there. Perkins, I think, is maybe playing it up a little bit. Ball over the top. No, he just kind of goes down. Was there a little kick after the play, maybe? Oh, their legs were just Yeah, no, no. I don't like that, man. Kirk is your bitch. Their legs were locked up when they went down together. and then he couldn't run away, so he just held his head trying to draw the penalty out. Which, I mean, they got the ball. Just shit ass play. Favorite hockey team is the Miami Dolphins. That is definitely the wrong sport. The Dolphins is American football. So, I mean, not really Miami. I guess close to Miami is the Florida Panthers. They're from Sunrise, Florida. And then you have the Tampa Bay Lightning, which Tampa is nowhere close to Miami. So I don't know if you're trolling me or what's going on there. Now, my next question for Louis Lover, interesting name. Are you in North America? Or are you, England or something? Because in England they got it all fucked up. In England, they called field hockey hockey, and then ice hockey ice hockey. But ice hockey is the real hockey. If you say hockey, it's the ice hockey. And then there's field hockey. And the way I know that ice hockey is the real hockey is because in North America, men don't play field hockey. It's something that they do. And I'll just say it, they're mostly dykes. They're lesbians, whatever. Not to hate against it, but it's like, it's for high school lesbians, field hockey. So, air hockey. Air hockey is amazing. Well, air hockey is like the equivalent of like foosball or jitoni, whatever you want to call it. I do prefer foosball over air hockey, but air hockey is like tons of fun if you're at the arcade or like the movie theater or wherever. Air hockey's a blast. It's just it's chaos. It's nothing but chaos. Whereas if you're playing against like legit people in foosball, it can be a lot more of a slower pace. Like the ball control in foosball is actually kind of insane. Whereas air hockey, no, it's just always chaos. Shitty players, good players. It's nuts. Love it. So you live in the UK, but you came from America. All right. Left the motherland. Nice stop again. Newcastle just completely taking the sting out of anything Liverpool's thrown at him at the moment. Yeah, let's talk about Newcastle's jerseys here for a bit because they went with the barcode this year. And Juve went with the barcode. Was it last? Yeah, it was last season. I had to look. I had to look behind me. Do you miss the sun? Yeah, there's not much sun in England. Well, maybe he was from Seattle. I don't know, P. Louise, where are you coming from in America? Because if he's from Seattle, same. He says yes. Okay, so maybe not Seattle. Newcastle collecting again in the midfield, over the top. It's too far. But the idea there from Newcastle, they're chopping out Liverpool's high line, giving them no space, and working well enough to get the ball and moving it forward. Liverpool's going to have to maybe look at this game a little bit differently. Again in the midfield. Florida. Okay, well, that makes sense with the Miami take. But you should have known that the Miami Dolphins was the NFL and not hockey, no? I'm trying to embarrass you, but just saying. Um, the only reason why anybody likes the Miami Dolphins is because of Ace Ventura. Outside of those who are from the area, of course. But I'm convinced that's the reason why the Dolphins ever got well, and I mean in the '90s they were pretty decent as well when Ace Ventura came out, but if Ace Ventura didn't happen. Yes, he laces out, you know, J Car. Yeah, if that movie didn't happen, I'm convinced the Dolphins wouldn't be anywhere close to as popular as they and not to say they're super popular these days, but back when that movie came out, they haven't really done a whole lot since the '90s, have they? I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't follow the NFL, but from what I understand, the Dolphins kinda had their moment, and that was it. Kinda like the Cowboys. They were big back then too, the 49ers. None of them have really performed, man, 30 years ago. It's kinda like Man United. Mind you, they were dominant '90s into the 2000s, so not even oh, that was saved off the line, bobbled by the defender, and Liverpool should have had that one tied up. Working it down in the corner, nice cross into the box. Just sloppy defending, leaves a loose ball. Yeah, nice dive. That was a nice dive by Hornacek, getting his hands on there. Liverpool on the corner. No, they wasted that one. Jesus. Yeah, I don't think he was actually hiding it there in the movie. I think that's just the magic of movie. And yeah, I mean, it's a '90s action comedy sports movie, you know? Like it is what it is. You can't expect pretty solid or anywhere near decent writing in terms of plot consistency or any of that. Where's Primo? I know he likes to make that joke. There is a new stat here. I don't know if it's just for Premier League. But I'm looking at Thought Mob. They're showing the referee, and they have yellow cards per match and fouls per match. Very interesting. So Stuart Atwell gives 4.4 yellow cards per match, which is slightly above average, and he gives 21.8 fouls per match, which is average. Liverpool, they're running into each other. Oh my lord. Liverpool just look disjointed right now. They can't put things together. It's Kirk is again. Maybe if you got rid of that top knot, perhaps you wouldn't lie into your own player like that. Or hold your head when your legs get trapped. I'm not liking this Kirkus guy. I'm already hating on players, guys. Um, he's got normal hair in his profile picture. Why'd he go and ruin it for? 22-year-old from Hungary. Did he come? Searching him up. Perquez. It was in July 1st, right at the beginning of the season. Okay, Jagar, now you're giving me jewels. I've never had jewels until Friday night, and now I'm getting jewels. Thank you very much. And he just says Putin. Putin. Not poutine, by the way. Unless you're super English, it's just Putin. Here's Kirkus with the overlap and cleared down the line. Kirkus does look dangerous. He is a very advanced left back. I'm feeling he is more like the left wing, just the amount of overlap and speed that the kid does have. He's done a bit of crying. It came from Bournemouth for 46.9 million euros in July 1st, like right. That was obviously something that was pre-agreed. He was Milan under 19, went to AZ Alkmaar. He's Hungary. He played in Hungary. Actually, Austria, Slovenia, Serbia, the other S. Sorry, the other Balkan. I saw it. Oh, hold on. I'll look at your comments. Not good by Newcastle. I saw it there, and Uncle was going to take all my jewels, so I picked Poutine instead. Okay. But does it charge you more for more letters? Is that how it works? Okay, P. Louise Lover is just saying hi again. You're not botting me, are you, Louise? It is a bot type name. I don't want to believe you're a bot though. But bots will just randomly say hi like that. And then screw up. Well, and call the Miami Dolphins an NHL team, so I don't know, man. Newcastle keeping that pressure on. And even when they give it away, they just get it back. Liverpool not having a great first half. 23 minutes in now. That's not a great start on Liverpool. I mean, when you look at the team lineups, they are away from home. You got to put that into account here. Gravenberch down. They're happy with that tackle. Castle will turn this upfield. Do they get the pass through? They do. Oh, not enough space. Tumbling, trying to get a foot on it. Cannot get enough of a shot on that. But they're going to have to look at that. The initial foul on the play. Or is this just a penalty they're looking at in general in the box? Was there enough contact? I don't know, man. Yeah, it has been cleared. Okay. Yeah, that would have been soft. Would have been super, super soft, I think, on that case. Also of note, was he hauled down on that? There is a yellow card. Doblazai. Oh, that was super soft. Lisa gets his hands on him. I don't know. I didn't think there was a whole lot in that one. Anyways, also coming from Bournemouth is Liverpool's manager. That's who I want to talk about. Andoni Areola. The new coach has it's gonna take a few games, you can only expect. So Blazai with the free kick. bit of a ways out, but definitely doable from there. Not a bot. Okay, yeah. Thing's not a bot. Right to the wall. It's like stickers, they all cost different amounts of jewels. See, I've never really played with stickers or jewels or I don't know, I'm just too old and boring. I'm too much of an unk, I guess. Liverpool wins the throw on that one. Newcastle trying to push it down on the left side. Perhaps there. We got a limper. Isula not looking 100% there. There's the Gakpo, takes the shot, blocked off. Still Liverpool. Delivered into the box. Can Liverpool get something here? They're fighting for it. Newcastle stronger. And Newcastle just sweeping it away right now. Kind of old school. Ball comes in. They're kicking it down. Liverpool not being able to break them down. Newcastle formed up fairly centrally right now. They're both on a 4-2-3-1. I didn't even talk about their formations, but Newcastle kind of doing a 4-4-2, maybe defensively. 5-4-1. Definitely clogging up the center. Liverpool trying to work it wide, but and Newcastle does well to mark that area off and then tuck back in. Um, all having a bit of a game. He's at 6.8, but he's been involved. 6.8 is not horrible this point of the game. How old's he's still only 21, Lewis Hall. My lord. He's one of those names when you get FIFA and you're trying to build a young team. He's always well, he has been for the past couple years, one of those left backs that you always pick up. Long shot there. That's never going to go through by Kirkes. Easy save. Shots. 3-8 for Liverpool. 1-2 on target. Newcastle obviously making that early shot count. Kirkes. Is he going to get a yellow? He's going to the pocket. Yes, he is. That should hopefully quiet him down a little bit. Yeah, I got a little handsy there, Nalenge. Feel like the ref is just kind of getting fed up with Kirkes' antics as well. Nice pass into Barnes. He gets tripped up. There's a foul in a decent spot. And another yellow. Wow, this guy is tossing out the yellows. He was said to be above average. Gets him tripped up. I guess it was an offensive action. That is Frimpong, by the way. Yeah. I don't know if I would have thrown a yellow out on it, but here we are, Newcastle with another chance. Just outside the top of the box. Very decent shot to make an attempt here. Allison's got the wall set up. Coming in pretty much up the pipe. See who takes it, which direction we go. Usula takes it into the wall, gets the rebound, shoots again, deflected out for a corner. And he's still hobbling around. Gonna try to make the half, it seems. Yeah, there are substitutions getting warmed up. Oh, Voltemade. I recognize that mustache anywhere. Ball with the delivery. Cleared off by Van Dijk. 32 minutes in. It's been a pretty fluid half so far. And now Liverpool, could they get this moving forward? They get it too wide and slow down, and Newcastle flooding back in numbers. Yeah, Liverpool's got to do better on the pass on the transition there. Newcastle has just been so much faster. Well, now it's Newcastle with the missed pass. That gives it to Liverpool pretty down deep for a throw. A cheap turnover at the end of the day. Let's hope they get away with it. Play on the line, and it goes for a goal kick. Both teams being sloppy. Or was it new season nerves, lack of fitness? Liverpool trying to press high here as Newcastle plays it short. Can't get out of their zone. All stripped of it now. Oh, and there is the foul. That's another yellow card. Man, they're all over the place. It's Miley this time. On Gravenberch. Yeah, gets his foot. Totally misses the ball. It was late. Free kick going to be swept in. Headed off the line. Marquez gets it though, and it's been fairly dynamic. He gets walked out there. He's getting amped up on that challenge. He is at number 9. I guess I guess you get pretty excited when you make those. Yeah, the jersey situation here. Going to Juve's last year, barcode. Newcastle's barcode. Are they both ugly? Does anybody like the style? The blue stripe on the shoulder for Newcastle too is feels like they're forcing the matter just to get that color in there. Nice feed forward again for Newcastle. Gets shoved off by Van Dijk, but those looks, that's how the first goal came. Forward thinking, slide rule pass, man. Van Dijk this time smart to it, but Newcastle keeps on doing that. Gets a nice little run through. They know Liverpool's got that high line. Pass like that will completely open them up. Again, we saw it. We saw it 4 minutes in. That was on transition, though, of course. I'm looking Just looking at the Juve barcode from last year behind me and what Newcastle has in front of me. It seems less barcodey, the Newcastle one. It's an even pattern. Or nothing on the Juve one is. Yeah, it's all over the place. It looks a lot. The Juve one look more like a. I guess what I'm trying to say is I like the Newcastle version of it better. And I know what are you gonna do with black and white stripes? Well, you have third kits, guys. Newcastle trying that slide pass up again. Liverpool's getting. Yeah, they're smart to it now. I think they know what they're trying to do. The first one came a little early, caught them off guard. What Liverpool now needs to do is take this momentum the other direction. Long ball. They win it through the midfield. And they do get the pass in here on the edge of the box. Can't find their man. Again, crosses passing in the box is not being on point. But Liverpool still has it. They just need to build on this at the moment. Cross in, can't find a man, out for a corner. And that's what Liverpool needs to continue to do. Just get those balls forward. Get things moving the other direction. Use these opportunities as well. Newcastle just, I don't want to say park in the bus, but have really collapsed defensively into the center with numbers. So how do you break that down? Try to do it on the corner. And does get directed towards net, but over for another corner. It looks like he took it off the chin. But it being Botman in the face. Double his eye for another one. Didn't get past the first man. Interesting though how Liverpool now has two Hungarians on the team. You don't see a whole lot of Hungarians in general, and Liverpool's got two. Wisa's got a bit of space to run into. Decides to go to Alanga, back to Wisa. Okay, no call on that. Wisa just runs over his man down on the touchline, but Newcastle maintains a bit of control. Ball pushed out. Zoblazai turns it over, takes the throw quick. And is there anybody there to get on it? No. Too quick. Liverpool didn't get their players forward. Just doing a time check. Because Juve is going to start their game once this game, maybe a couple minutes later, but we'll start their second half. Gravenberch going from downtown, can't find the way through. Again, Newcastle just keeping it tight. And Didic doing well to get a goal kick, just mashing it off of who was a Gakpo. Thomas Tuchel in the stands there. Man, he looks douchey. Oh man, this has that look. Yeah, I guess why not? This is the biggest Prem game at the very least, probably the biggest game in the weekend. Why wouldn't the England coach show up and take a look? We also got another German coach there for Newcastle, Matthias Gisli. If only the German was here to correct my pronunciation of German and every other language except English for the matter. I think I get like the English and Italian over him and then everything else. Oh, Lisa, you're already on a yellow. You're already on a yellow. Pull it out of not really a challenge. Yeah, there was a bit of a challenge there. It was light. It was from behind though, and he's a little lucky. Yeah, that would have been a mess. Newcastle would have just had to do like a 5-4-0 for the rest of the game. And just a free kick. Alanga taken down from behind. Was it shoulder to shoulder? What they're claiming. Gakpo just claiming that. Maybe so. Maybe so. Apparently Alonso's the only person to score a point in every single Dutch Grand Prix. That's what my phone gets updated with. And I never figured this out. I guess I can show you. I went on Instagram. Romeo Gresti's I guess what do you call it? It's just instant messaging group. He just has please. It just says please. That was this morning. Like what does that mean? Why is he being so cryptic? Even when he's having problems, he gets all cryptic just to try to generate clicks and views and shit. Like he can be annoying. He can be very annoying. Risa here. Yeah. I don't know if that was a pass or a shot. I think it was a bad shot that turned into a bad pass. Um a lot of booing from the Liverpool fans. And then a cheer once they got the free kick. But is it or no, it's Chow, sorry, that went down there. Why would they have been booing, I wonder? And they're not happy with how the game's going, of course. 45th minute, and we have only an extra minute. Oh, he's grabbing his ass there. Buttman. Buttman's holding his butt, man. Is that unk enough for you, J Car? Dad joke. Dad joking it pretty hard there. Buttman's holding his butt, man. Yeah, walk it off. Only a couple seconds left. Let's go. Only a minute. There was a goal in there. There was a few yellow cards. How many yellows? 1, 2 for Newcastle and 2 for Liverpool. So 4 yellow cards. You can certainly argue for 2 or 3 minutes. A little shaky. I know that was the best joke, but the opportunity presented itself. You take what you get sometimes, right? All right, and that was the half. Newcastle going up early, 4 minutes 15 seconds. Getting that 1-0 lead and holding on to it. So the Juve game will be starting in 11 minutes. So we'll get some exclusive Juve for a few minutes before the overlap starts up again. Okay, so I don't know. Do we have any Liverpool or Newcastle fans in the chat that would like to give their opinions on how they think that went down there? Liverpool not looking that great. Rough first half. Get up the thought mob. Take a look at the numbers. Yeah, Sula gets 7.2 for the goal. Miley gets a 7.1. See what he's done. I haven't heard too much of him. Passing at 81%. Dribbling, long balls. Defensive contributions, 8. Yeah, I guess that counts for something. Ground duels, 3 for 4. Aerial, 2 for 3. So he's had a decent game, yeah. And Alanga working the right flank, getting the assist. He's had a pretty decent half, I think. Who is of note on Liverpool? Nobody. Which sounds about right. Nobody from Liverpool really stood out at all in that second half. I mean, Van Dijk, Jacquet. Is he French? Do I say Jacquet or Jacket? Yeah, he's French. Jacquet. I mean, they did, other than that first goal, they did their job. They started reading the game a lot better. That first, when we're looking at the replay here, Kirk is losing his man. Van Dijk isn't going to push out wide because he's the center back, nor does he really have the speed. Their high line got caught out. It really came down to that one moment. But in terms of anybody, I mean, Verts didn't do much. Isaac, who used to be the Newcastle striker, of course, didn't do anything. Yeah, man, Liverpool needs to just have a completely different second half here. And Andoni Areola, well, you're coaching a big ass team here. It's time to step the fuck up and start coaching Liverpool, because they need a fire put underneath their ass. They need to play. As a Liverpool fan, I would have been super frustrated. Newcastle, I mean, oh, excuse me. Oh, man. Sorry, I didn't get to the mute button in time. That sneeze came out of nowhere. Oh, my apologies. I'm gonna have to take a break to blow my nose, I think. 12:22. Okay. You got a couple minutes. When we look at the numbers, 54% for Liverpool. I mean, whatever. XG 0.25 to 0.41. Meh. Shots 6 to 9. On target 1 to 2. Touches in box 5 to 12. Big chances 1 to 0. Missed 0 to 0. Of course, the goal. Passing 128 at 76. 145 at 79. That's telling. The passing has been messy through the midfield. Both at 2 yellow cards and corners 2 to 4. Honestly, Liverpool just hasn't done anything with their possession. They give the ball away a lot. You look again, 128 at 76, 145 at 79 for passing. Not good enough. Guys, I have to blow my nose. I'm sorry. I'll take a pee break while I'm at it too. I'll be back in a couple minutes. I mean, we got to get ready for that Juve game. I got to double head it, right? We're going to double head in a minute. Oh, the dog's getting up too. All right, give me a minute, guys. Yeah, come line down. My old dog. I don't want to say he's getting old and senile. He's actually pretty good. 12 years old. Sniffing the floor. We got a pregnant one. And I think she had some morning sickness this morning, and he was smelling the spots. So he's still on top of it. Not like Liverpool. But old man dog here, he's on top of those scents. Okay. I'm gonna get a second screen up here so I can do this double header. Let me just do I forgot to go live on Instagram. I always forget to do that. Instagram, you got to click it manually. It's a bit of a pain. Definitely a pain in the dick. Okay. Sorry. Second match. Pop Mob, not Pop Mob. Fubo. We're going to Fubo. What do you guys watch? Paramount Plus in the States? I'm assuming. Actually, let's go to the go back to Fop Mob. Check in on those other games while we're at it, right? Okay, let's go back to matches. Wow, Brighton 4-0 against Aston Villa. There's another team that's disappointing there. Let's see, they got the red card in the 40th minute. Oh, that's a bad game. Lindelof own goal at the 8th. The Kuipers at the 18th. Inchelwood at the 30th and the 31st. And then Gomez gets a red card in the 40th. Wow, Villa. And look at the colors too. The bright blue and the pink. Yeah, Paramount Plus. Is that for the Premier League too, or is that just Italy? It does a package everything. Yeah, so City taking Bournemouth 2-1. Guehi and Vardiol in the 91st. Oh, both late. The Bournemouth with Tavernier in the 26th. Yeah, look at the momentum. Just got their moment and parked the bus is what I'm going to assume. XG 2.36 to 0.63. Yeah. City just slowly breaking them down in the last 5 minutes, putting them away. Premier League is on the NBC. Now, is that cable? Do you get it if you have Peacock? Is it one of those messes of streaming services that you have to go through? All right, into Spain. So far, it's just Atleti versus Villarreal with Atleti up 1. And yeah, nothing in Italy yet. France, do we care? Do we care about France? Actually, let's look at yesterday. Yesterday's scores are pretty wild there. Hull beating United 2-0. Like, what's going on there? Everton beating Palace 2-0. Ipswich 2-1 over Sunderland. Okay. Nottingham 0-1 to Leeds. Sure. But then there's Brentford 3-0 to Tottenham. Is like, wow. You know? And then big game yesterday for Inter to start off the season. They're already looking scary. 4-1 over Monza. Monza didn't show up though. They did not look good at all yesterday. Almost saving the point yesterday, so they're in a bit of a defense. Como's going to be an interesting to watch this year, right? Because they've never played in Europe, and now it's all the way to the top, the Champions League. We'll see. We'll see what they can do. Dropping points in their first game away to Udinese. I mean, Udinese is not a super strong team, right? Napoli taking it late over Genoa. That was not a penalty. That was good to go. They're whining about it. No, that would have been soft if it was a penalty. And Max Allegri keeping it late. Let's see. The first goal went in at the 82nd and then at the 87th. So your Allegri ball there. And then anything there in France. Yeah, that big 5-2 lens over at Auxerre yesterday. So a couple big games start off the season. Spain's already on their second week. Where's Germany? Germany start next week? Yeah, Germany's got to be different, don't they? Anyways, that's the update. And we are at 12:30, so still not underway in Italy. They're taking pictures still. Yeah, Pogba got let go again. Yeah. What do you say, man? What do you say about that? It's super unfortunate, that's for sure. Oh, shit. The 4th well, he's the 4th official, Mariani. He should always be the 4th official and put in his place. And then Marini in the bar. You got Mariani and Marini. That's not confusing. Ficardio starting in net. Kalulu, Bremer, Kelly, Chelik in the back four. Locatelli, Douglas Luiz in a pivot. Conceição, McKennie, Yildiz up top with Carlo Muani as the striker. I guess I can just show that as well. Then just the scores. Here we go. So it is a 4-2, 3-1. Ficardio getting his nod. First game with Juve. At least Chelik played all the preseason. Luiz back in the lineup. I'll be watching him, see how he progresses. And then you're against the Frosinone for 33. Parmesani and net, Barcaglia, Monterisi, Carlavani, and Cittadini in a back four. Midfielder Schmid, Calot, and Kicella. Up top, Vernazzi, sorry. Raimondo and Fini. Frosinone. Okay. How do you? Oh my god, that it actually looks good. Serie A looks good. What's going on? I'm so surprised right now. Okay, let's move some windows around so this is easier for me to watch. Yeah, it's looking really good. I know the lighting, the sun, it's got that golden hour sun coming in over the stadium, but we do have kickoff here in Italy. Oh, Colo early. Doesn't work out. Little chip over the top towards him. Honestly, flames aside on this Juve kit, it still looks pretty sharp. The flames aren't the worst flames ever. I hate how they have to do that kind of shit. Newcastle Liverpool is about to start as well. The frame rate on the Juve game, though, is not great. I don't know if it's 'cause it's the second screen I popped up. I guess I'm gonna have to deal with that until at least this Newcastle Liverpool game is over. Liverpool trying to start off on the front, but not finding the way through for Gakpo. So my earlier concern about watching two games with teams with black and white stripes is, well, no longer concerned with. I should have thought too with Juve playing away from home. They are in their black and golds. Liverpool off the corner. Oh, a little punch away there. It's still in Liverpool. No, Newcastle gets it out and they transition forward. Is there enough space past that through? Oh no, he steps around and gives it away. Final ball failing Newcastle there. Meanwhile, in Italy, Locatelli's taken down defensive zone, so little reset. Must be warm there. Luciano Spalletti just in his white shirt. I feel like we're gonna see his boob sweat coming through that one soon. So you bought this black kit, eh? What's your feeling on the Flames? I have seen it in person, mind you. I have seen all the Juve jerseys in person. Well, most of them. There's this one kit shop by my parents' place last weekend when I was there. Oh, nice feed here, Usula. Oh, you got to put that on that, buddy. Got to put that on that. Newcastle still with it and over the bar from distance. Barca. Okay, we're watching the Premier and Serie A, and we're going to La Liga now. Um, the Barca midfield looking fighter after signing Rod. Well, yeah, I mean Rodri's a huge pickup. Frosinone with the chance delivery into the box goes high, but a bit of a scare early for Juve. Who got taken down? Was that Kelly? Camera's moving all over the place. I could and catch who didn't mark his man there. It wasn't Bremer, but it was the tall black guy. Or was it Dougie? I can't tell. Ezio Simonelli, the chairman of Serie A, is there at the match. So both matches having we got some VIPs show up for the opening. No real big matches in Italy this weekend. Most of the leagues starting it off kind of slow. Chico cutting in, passes to Colo. He held it up and couldn't control. And a bit of a foul there. Giving it to Frosinone. Newcastle, meanwhile, kicking it around in their own box, trying to get it out. We saw Not fouled. It was clean. Play on, says the ref. Liverpool with it. Okay, now this wide view of the pitch here in Frosinone is showing kind of how not green the grass is. So you like the Flames, but could have done without it. The Flames were goal. See, now that would have been too much. I like how the Flames are muted and not like solid flames. They're kind of, I guess, digitized a little bit, if you will. You know, there's a bit of texture cuts in the lines. That lighten them up a little bit more, and I think that's why they kind of get away with it because they have lightened that texture up a little bit. I just think flames are kind of cheesy. They're kind of childish. And then, man, like, and that's the thing. They appeal, especially Adidas, they appeal so much to Gen Z, Gen Alpha. Meanwhile, everyone knows it's like the 30 and 40-year-olds that spend all the money on this stupid shit. But then we're gonna buy it for our kids. Nice deal, Colo with it. Put this on net, and it's too much directly on net. Colo, man. I'm not gonna lie, having Colo up in the number 9 position has immediately looked better already. He's actually playing as a number 9. Or well, we saw Dusan with Besiktas yesterday. He's still doing Dusan things. And David, too much of a secondary striker, coming back deep. Here's Colo again, dribbling it in. Gets Chico out wide. And Chico puts it way too wide. I don't even know if there was deflection on that. But the transition for Juve is actually looking really good right now. If only Chico had a right foot. There was a deflection, but should go to the corner. A good space, good hunger. I don't know why Colo couldn't get an angle on that shot a bit earlier. But speed, hold up. Again, just a true number 9. And David, I have to continue to remind everyone that Jonathan David is not a true number 9. Very much a secondary striker. And we don't play like that at Juve, apparently, so and that's one of my issues with Spalletti. Why not work with what you have? I mean, he didn't invent the false 9, but made it with Totti and Roma very much a thing, very popular. So why he couldn't be creative again last season? I mean, and Colo's not going to play all 38 games or whatever Champions League, Copa, right? So we're still talking about terminating Milik's contract. Well, that was a close shave by Gakpo there. Just skimming the bar. Osherman just got moved on though, didn't he? I don't have it. Let me at least get the Liverpool scoreboard up. At least one of the scoreboards. And I'll have to man, have to set no, there's too much to set up to get the second scoreboard going right now. All right, bit of discussion here in Italy. Ref cam, bit of a tussle in the box. I know I've immediately paid more attention to Juve. It has been actually pretty exciting first 10 minutes. Bit more going on there. But Liverpool still searching for theirs. Newcastle not giving anything away. Yeah, David is a little bit more heavy on the ball. Oh, and Liverpool does get it. What a shot. They're away for a second, and Gakpo just says, "I'm gonna take this one 40 yards out and tuck it into the side netting." What a beautiful goal. It's 1-1 for Liverpool now against Newcastle. Eh, just kinda play oh, there's a nice little feed there. Yeah, Gakpo's given some space. That's exactly what Liverpool need to do is just open up that as Newcastle sat kind of parking that bus a little bit. Gakpo floats into space, nice little pass up into him. Nothing but time to direct that. Perfect shot. No, nothing crazy on the ground. It's a nice little tuck from distance. I wouldn't call it a screamer by any sense, but just a nice, hard, low, perfectly placed shot. Yeah, and David is just a stockier build as well. And that's why I say he's more of a false nine, second striker, plays better in that system, right? Because he's gonna be able to be a little bit more physical into that midfield. Like, at the end of the day, I mean, David's shot isn't anything special. I mean, he can bag him in, sure, but he just does more stuff off the ball. He's the kinda guy that would create space. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing that experiment where you have both Kolo and David, you play like a 4-4-2 or something, 3-5-2, something to that effect, and then see how much space David can kinda open up, especially if you have like a Yildiz or a Begovic in the slot. You can also bomb forward. So you kind of have Colo and then say like an Alea Begovic bomb forward as David goes in deeper. He's not going to score goals that way, but he's going to open up the space for the other two. I would personally, if I was playing Football Manager or something to the like, that's how I would try to utilize that. Or just even move him into like an attacking midfielder. You know, if you have all these midfielders, you can play him up top on Locatelli and Douglas, for instance, you know, and let him just be more of that forward creative guy. And Newcastle, oh, it's 2-1 for Newcastle. And that game's opening up now. What a run forward. Man, as I was saying, the UV game had a good 10-minute start there and was looking nice. All of a sudden, over Newcastle, things have opened up for both teams. I've got way too many screens going on here. Let me sort my shit out. It is Wisa on the score sheet once again. Yeah, just same as the first goal. Bad pass for Liverpool on the attack, turns it over, and it's just a run forward, couple passes, and another perfectly placed shot, this time for Wisa. Good on him too to control that ball. That ball came a little late. Had to slow that down, slow his run down and trap it behind himself. Got it back onto his forward foot and tucked it. That was excellent control by Wisa. And who gets the assist? Oh, Wisa's the assist. Willock's the goal. Oh, I got them all mixed up. It was Joe Willock and Wisa with the assist. My bad. And that comes off heavy Liverpool momentum. Liverpool still with it. So just a quick counterattack, just like their first goal, man. That was I won't say it's exactly like their first goal, but definitely shades of the same color. Chico, meanwhile, centering cannot find Colo. Oh man, mouth's drying out trying to call both of them. Liverpool tried too hard on that one. Gakpo doesn't keep her down. A corner coming for Juve. Taken short. Chico to Dougie. Dougie scoops it up to the top to Loca. And they're playing just down low on the right currently. And Dougie curls it in. Ball in, and it goes wide. Ah. Bremer can't direct it into the back of the net. Nice scoop in by Dougie, though. See, how far off was he? Trying to get an angle on this one. Bremer towering. Yeah, I couldn't see how close it really was. It might have been off by quite a bit. I'm not sure, but would have been the early one. Nice. Oh, not so nice. Quick transition for Juve. They still maintain the control on it, but doesn't make the pass. Would have been a nice one too. And Juve looking pretty decent, light-footed, more creative. Like Dougie does add creativity, and that's one thing we have known is that Juve have not had a creative midfielder since Pjanic, and that's been what's been like 7 years now. How long has it been? Heck, something like that. It's been so long. Meanwhile, Liverpool still trying to work it defensively as it's Newcastle. Just not letting up at the moment. Playing into Liverpool's hand. Like Liverpool has the better numbers, and they do make some substitutions now. Finally. You have Florian Wirtz coming off for Alexis McAllister. Oh, Colo puts it over the net. Oh, my lord, Colo. That was a swing and a miss. Off the corner from Dougie. Yeah, I don't know what the excuse was on that one, Colo. It was still a little bit high. Just wasn't quite patient enough on the shot, I think is what it was. Should have taken that half second extra to take the swing. Dougie walking up. McKennie has to scramble to maintain the control. Not a great pass. And has been turned over. Frosinone can go the other way with it. Ellie still marking his man and wins the ball. Decent defense from the man. Man, that is I don't know if it's just how they And you could see that. I'm just talking here about Vicario and how lime green his kit looks, or maybe just the grass is that brown, but it looks like, the camera's washing out his kit a little bit. That is a long ball. Chico trying to bulldog it, can't get to it. Keeping the defense honest at the very least. And Newcastle picking up a yellow card. Ramsey into the books this time. And there's going to be a free kick from downtown for Liverpool, but they're going to have to start making these ones count as they still trail by one. Some nice passing down low for Juve. Delivery for Liverpool. Shot on. Gravenberch at the far post, but easy save. Yeah, you have this nice gold on the Juve kit. Then you have that stupid crypto white bit, whatever the hell logo. That's this obnoxious yellow. Box it up. And it's in the back of the net for Juve. They go up 1-0. Was that Bremer for good this time? That is a Bremer goal. 1-0 Juve, 21 minutes in. Gonna take a look at the replay on that one. Happened quick on me. I took a glance at the Newcastle game. So short corner, Dougie. So we saw this one earlier, back to Chico. And Chico delivers, and now he does direct it in beautifully this time. So they've been practicing that one on the training pitch. They were doing that last season too, as they don't have massive target men in the box. Juve kind of a smaller team. Bremer, the only real big dude that can do that. Missed the first time on pretty much the exact same play. This time, no mistake. Newcastle, meanwhile, swinging a miss there too. Actually, no swing at all. Walks right past the feet of all the attackers. So I know there's been jokes. The first goal coast, first sorry for Juve. Well, I guess it's good that a defender maybe got the first goal. Nice feed here again, but cut out. Chico trying to recover that. And high arm on the play. Stops that one dead. It was offside. Yeah, it would have been offside, so no big deal. But Juve are looking decent. And to be perfectly honest, if you're playing these teams like Frosinone, just like Inter at Monza yesterday, you need those big games. You need to show the world what you are. Because the small teams don't fear Juve as much or at all. But if you start putting them away by 3 to 5 goals on the regular, then yeah, then they're gonna fear you. And there's Chico with his antics. Yeah, you got shoved down, buddy. Get over it. Not that big a deal, Chico. Oh, the trainers are oh, they have a cooling break. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot we have cooling breaks. I thought we were done. Obviously, the temperature dictating that in this case. It's not like the World Cup. 33 degrees and sunny. So, yeah, I would say that would meet the requirements of having a water break, with today's regulations. More changes for Liverpool. Let's just get those for you. So, Stewart, Osula, oh, that's the wrong team. That's Newcastle. Are both off for Ramsey and Willock. Comes on and scores. Liverpool. So Verts came off, Jacquet came off, and Gumo has come off. So you got McAllister, Munoz, and Ronald Arroyo, the latest to come on for Jacquet. Well, this cooling break has given Conceição a couple extra minutes to wipe his tears up. Chiro, you missed her Friday show. And you also missed the thumbnail that says it's a doubleheader. We're watching both. There's 20 minutes left in the Newcastle one. I have to start up a whole separate, like, everything to get the scoreboard going for the Juve ones. The Juve's gonna come. The scoreboard anyways, but we are watching both. It's the doubleheader. But in case you guys did miss it, we're not gonna cover Juventus exclusively week in and week out. We are going to pick what we think are the most exciting, biggest, most meaningful games of the weekend, as well as what works within our schedule. You know, life still does happen. Yeah, we're just gonna try to cover a bit of everything and not be Serie A snobs or Juventus snobs. Just so happens that there's an overlap today, and it is the first game, so of course I'm gonna still pay attention to Juve. Does Chiesa still play there? He's on the team sheets, but he's not playing today. Oh man, Chalik, good movement down the left. Couldn't find the pass in. Being all Juve though. Couple minutes break for hydration. And I'd like to see that they haven't really slowed down that momentum. Ooh, big tackle there. Still Liverpool. And no, you could find Jermaine Kirkes. Oh, your delivery has failed you. Dalek did have a good offseason. A lot of people were ready to write him off, but Yildiz Tog, yeah, that's a call. Free kick just outside the box. The refereeing jersey here for Serie A. I like how they put the Italian tricolor at the end of the sleeves. That's cool. Not a big fan of the pink down the side, but I know that's for visibility's sake. But yeah, Serie A doing all right on the ref jerseys. Dangerous spot for the free kick though. Juve, they extend this lead. And is it more Dougie? I've always said like Dougie needs to be given a second chance here, and I mean his work rate, his heart desire definitely needs to be improved, but his creativity and technical skill. something much. There's a reason why Juve bought him initially. It will be Dougie on the kick. Stutters again. The ref was the ref got in the way of that. Like how okay. Oh! Hits the top netting just a little high, doesn't dip quite soon enough, but decent attempt from that range. Gets it over the wall, just can't get it down. And that's what I'm saying. Dougie finally offers some sort of danger from a set piece. Could have easily been another. All right, man. 15 more minutes and I can go down to, well, a couple less screens anyways. Pretty kick coming up from Newcastle as Juve takes the corner. Set pieces everywhere. Short again, though. Chico trying to lose his man down low, crosses it in. Oh, doesn't sit. Ellie trying to win it back in the midfield, does so. Yield is trying to lose his man now, dancing around, scoops it forward, and it's headed out for a corner. Hey, Newcastle, they're on a couple of substitutions now as well. And another poor set piece by Liverpool, failing them today. Lewis Millie is out for Aldaji Bamba, and Anthony Alanga out for Jacob Murphy. Oh, Kalulu whiffing that one. So 4 substitutions on the Newcastle side, 3 for Liverpool. 76th minute. 32nd in the Juve game. Shall I get involved up there again? Lulu, lots of space down on the right side. He's going to take it. Put up a fair bit. Back to Dougie. Lane in deep. They're definitely doing that deep line playmaker role. 1-2 between Kelly and Dougie. No, or McKennie, sorry. Eco again trying to work it low. And that is, once again, another corner off to the left of the goalkeeper. Handball luck for Malik Shaw for Newcastle, but his hand was tucked there. Liverpool not going to get away with that one. Just a throw. And Gravenberch coming off now. Corner for Juve, taken direct this time and defended out. Gravenberch is out for Kumas. Paulo jumps back on it here. Yield is centered and up over the bar from Kelly. Goal kick. And another yellow card. Who got it there? Murphy? Yeah. Got the cleats into her. And Cheryl saying, there goes the hood. Yep, there it goes, buddy. We branched out. That's going back to covering the Prem League stuff. I'll cover La Liga and the Bundesliga, maybe some League. Who knows? The other leagues are a little bit harder. Yeah, I mean, just can't buy every single subscription service out there to watch like the Portuguese or whatever. Pico working it low again. Is he win another corner or that's a goal kick this time? Liverpool, they're trying to shove it through and off the volley over the bar. 10 minutes left to go, and Liverpool, bit of desperation now in the game. Chico looking dynamic again, but you know what he's gonna do. At least sometimes he goes high and sometimes he goes low now. He's got two choices in run. Before you had to put Chico in to go low and Zagrova in to go high. But it looks like Chico's expanded his game a little bit. Mostly going low still, though. That is his preferred route. Is MLS next? No. No, it's not. Unless you guys have an appetite for some MLS, we could. I'm happy that EFC beat Miami there yesterday 2-1 because fuck Messi and Miami and just everything. Just yeah. Do I need to go into more? It's just satisfying when they dump so much money into all these ex-European stars, and then they lose to your team. It just feels good. USL though is now going into a tier system. I read, and they're technically supposed to be like the same level as MLS, but it's like the old WCW versus WWF days. Like technically they're the same level, but not. Chico with space on the right. Come on, he got Yildiz. Speed Yildiz. Oh, nothing but space. Nothing but space. Put in the back of the net. Oh my God, somebody put in the back enough. Chico again. Oh my God, guys, you're way too slow. Way too slow. Somebody kill this. Oh my Lord. See how much more dramatic I get when it's the Juve game? Oh my God. Why did Yildiz not just put his foot through it? A little disappointing. And yes, absolutely, Churro. You can put your innuendo anywhere you want it. Okay, 7 minutes left in the Juve half. 8 left in Newcastle, Liverpool. And then we'll obviously go exclusively into the Juve game. Bit of a slowdown here. Juve. Oh, Celik even hobbling around a little bit, but Juve taking their time. Start this one back off. Catch your breath. Oh, I don't know. Little bit of a tug pull down there, but no call. All right, these jerseys do look nice in this lighting. Liverpool, meanwhile, holding it in Newcastle zone with the possession. Newcastle defending deeper and deeper. Hoping the one goal is enough to hold Liverpool off. Frosinone, big parry by Vicario, and the rebound goes just wide, and there, as has been happening this whole time, both games giving excitement just as I look away. So, I don't know if you guys watched my, Vicario video that I put out. One of his biggest weaknesses is pairing the ball back into danger. And here we see on Vicario's first real test, in a Juventus jersey, he does just that. He does exactly that. Was that his first touch even? I'm gonna verify. Shots on target for Frosinone. That was Vicario's first touch, and it was a parry back into danger. Jiro's asking, Vicario is kind of lanky. How quick? Oh, but Kalulu at the rebound. Oh, another save. My lord, it should very well be 2-0 right now for Juventus. But Kalulu smashes one off the post. Let's see. Bolo battling, giving some space for Kalulu to walk in. Pings it off the far post. Yield is stepping up, putting his foot through it, and just too direct. Didn't put any direction onto it. Palmisani coming up huge to get back onto his feet there for Frosinone. Corner taken here, and Palmisani again collects. So Juve creating the chances. They just got to be more clinical. Something they've had to work on for quite a while now. But they did leave a dangerous chance there just moments before. Okay, sorry. Going back to the last comment. Yellow card, or is it Dougie down? Yeah, it's against Frosinone. The Mead. Okay, so yes, for cardio. He is tall and lanky, but he does actually have very quick reflexes. So that's one of his pros for sure. Is he's very athletic, like 6'4". It's just the control off his save sometimes is kind of like what you see there. Like he's tall, he's lanky, he's quick. He makes that save initially. He can get there, but unfortunately, he just puts it back into danger. You saw his pros and cons all in his very first play, his very first touch as a Juventino. 90 seconds left in that game, and we got 2.5 here in Newcastle, Liverpool, plus anything added on. And Liverpool snatching one at home here, perhaps. It's not over. Liverpool still trying to make something happen here. Pellick's down now. And Bremer. They ran into each other. Oh, what are you guys doing? I think Chalik got the worst of that one. Okay, is it better than Di Gregorio's pillow hands that lets shots in outright? Well, sure. I mean, at least you make the initial save. Overall, Di Gregorio is a better shot stopper, but he is shorter and less athletic. So and I don't really know. I'm not trying to make excuses. for all his leaky goals as of late. Because if you do remember a couple seasons ago, he was 30 off top goalkeeper. Um, and that's probably like his confidence because he isn't the tallest. He doesn't have that same athleticism that you need that confident to dive down and definitely make those types of saves. However, he failed to be doing that. Vicario as well, though. Like he put a lot of goals into dangerous areas. But he also had to make tons of saves in Tottenham last year. Tons of saves. Um, again, both goalkeepers having a bad year, an underperforming team. Tottenham definitely underperformed more, but it doesn't matter. Both fan bases, when they're against you, they're against you. It's a very similar story for both goalkeepers. So they both just needed a change of scenery, I think is what it comes down to. I don't wanna say that one goalkeeper is clearly better than the other because I think they're pretty even, all things considered, but they are different profiles. Yeah, Ricardo's built like De Gea. Yeah, that's a closer comparison, I would say. Um, Now what you have to look at, and again, you can watch my Vicario video, I think it's only 8 minutes or so. I'm gonna go over all this real quick, but it's it's the system that they play in. So for Spalletti, Vicario is a better choice over Di Gregorio. Liverpool can't make one happen late. 4 added minutes, by the way, an extra time in Italy, 5 over in England. So, we also don't have Lukumi starting today. You have Kelly that's being able to play as a true center back instead of perhaps going out wide. You got Celik on the left back, um, which Celik coming in and taking Cambiaso's spot, that there's a whole other discussion just in that. Yeah, you have to give a couple games, I think. We weren't sure if Akari was gonna start if okay, well, they got rid of Purdy and Di Gregorio last minute as well, but like, a little injury, hand injury to Purdy. We didn't know if Picardi was gonna start. He's starting out of necessity. I think if things were different, he wouldn't be starting today. Polo gets taken down, no call. Still down. I didn't catch all of that one, but maybe there was a foul there. I don't know. And you can say the same with Ellie in that he is a bit more of a ball-playing defender, and he is left-footed. So, Di Gregorio was better at just long ball distribution. Vicario is better at those short passes, playing kind of as that extra defender, if you will, with his feet. Now, with a left-footed defender, now that we have 2 of them, playing at left center back with Lloyd Kelly and John Lukumi, you can, with your right foot as a goalkeeper, pass off to your left center back, is gonna have his left foot opened up to receive, and then who is now gonna distribute up to the fullback or the midfield. So in this case, like Celik or Douglas Luiz. So you should see a lot less of the long balls coming from the goalkeeper and more playing out through the back through the higher line as Vicario steps. He'll step like 30, 40 meters off his line and play off from there. So Spalletti's able to play that higher press, that higher line, and that's kind of the macro look of how Vicario was going to fit into the overall system with Juventus. Hey, we got halftime in Italy. We have just over a minute left in England, so we'll play that one out. I think I'll take another uh, washroom break at that point as well, and finish off the second half of our a double header overlap black and white stripe team Sunday afternoon. Otherwise, Newcastle holding off Liverpool, doing enough there. Visa coming off now, finally. 30 seconds left. I hate these super late changes. This is just time killing. Just a bunch of time killing. 2-2 Atleti Villarreal. That ends with Madrid getting this 76th minute red card and then Villarreal penalty. So that was in the box. So they get to, well, they took the league and Simeone at the 85th minute is what happened there. Well, that was a tight and exciting game. Atleti versus Villarreal. Oh, that has to be a penalty. Wow, Newcastle giving up a penalty in the 95th minute. What a bad tackle. Whoa. Let's look at this again. Does he go over too easily? Maybe he did go over too easy. I think he may have. There was there was contact with Hall. What are they gonna call? Okay, well, let's put the volume up on one and down on the other. But they're definitely looking at this one. Anthony coming in the half. Same problems persist. We should be winning by fours. Letting Frosinone hang around is dangerous and should not be happening. Yep. Yeah, no change. No change in that regard. Yeah, Lewis Hall did have a decent game, and this is gonna, I think, end up at 2-2. Wow. Newcastle did so well defensively this game. While grabbing a couple goals. 2 very nice goals. Like, they played the game plan perfectly against Liverpool, and now 95th minute plus to give up a penalty. My lord, Liverpool or Newcastle. Well, anything happens. I was ready to write the game off, and here we go. Double as I will take it. Newcastle fans with the heavy boos. Split the points. All right, let's finish this one off, boys. Give me the whistle. Finally, the run up. Oh, he puts it in the top shelf. It's 2-2. Liverpool saved the point today, splitting with Newcastle, taking it to the last moment. And what a game. We did definitely pick an excellent game here to start off our season here. Newcastle, Liverpool, tying at 2. That's a rough look there. Newcastle feeling dejected, rightfully so after that one. Oh, Lewis Hall. That's, yeah, he was running a 7.2 up until that point. What do you do, man? What do you do? Well, that should finish that game off now, and, do they let him play a little bit? No, they don't. No, they do not. It is 2-2 for there. Okay, I have to start, getting the next game going for everyone. I'm just gonna preset it up before I take my washroom break again. This doubleheader. I mean, ugh, you know, and okay, there's just some background stuff that I'm trying to do here. Just bear with me as I change over the scoreboard. Okay, and I know the score is not updated. Okay, that's going to take a minute or two for that to set up. I'm going to take my washroom break, and I'm going to give you 100% my attention to Juve in just a moment. I will be actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me at least give you something to look at before I leave. And I'll give you some stats. I'll give you the stats. No, we'll do that. We'll do that. Sorry, just resetting everything over takes a little bit. Okay, and there's your stats to give a little look at. I will be right back. All right, guys. Oh, let me got my cable all snagged up. Okay. Got that screen there. Move my screens around. Doing the double header is always a little bit more difficult. Oh, Dash joined us on Instagram. Welcome, Dash. Nice to see you. There's a couple more things I need to do on the background as well to completely convert this over to the Juve show. A couple more minutes. I have to remove and re-add this. I know this is making for great content right now, but bear with me. Okay, I think we are good to go. So welcome in, everyone. If you are new to the channel, welcome in. Please like, subscribe. We are on all platforms, currently streaming on YouTube, both vertically and horizontally. Twitch, X, Instagram, Kick, and Live and Assist. Assist is who will be giving us our scoreboards. And it's a little clunky, which is why I had to mess around in the background, but we're back at her. Anthony, all right. I am also curious how much longer Lloyd Kelly get in this team because Lukumi miles better, and I'm not even his biggest fan either. Well, depth. I mean, he is a left-footed center back. He's not horrible to have his depth piece, honestly. So I would say at least for the season. Uh, sure, maybe January if something exciting pops up, but we spent a lot of money, and I'm still not sure quite where all that money came from. you know. Uh, so yeah, dude, I don't know. A bit of a mystery at the current moment. Did I even give you? Did I even give you this thing to look at when I left? Let's go over the stats. Okay, possession. Frosinone first, 37 to 63, XG 0.22 to 1.45. So yeah, we could have had 2-3 goals easy off that number. Shots 4 to 13, on target 1 to 4. Touches in opposition box 6 to 25, big chances 0 to 3, missed 0 to 2. Passing 92 at 71% to 186 at 86%. 1 yellow card 0, corners 0 at 9. Yeah, Juve basically winning in all the stats other than like the defensive ones, of course, because they haven't really had to defend a whole lot, have they? So yeah, I did. Did over Cambiasso, even though Celik and Cambiasso, I would argue, are both right backs, yet they are both playing at the left. So the vibes are real. And the Discord's popping off too. I remind everyone, join our Discord link. Actually, the link is in the description, but I can also do that. I'll scan the QR code, get in our Discord, and continue the conversation. Look at the lineup. Right. So yeah, Celik over Cambiasso is kind of a big deal. You got Luiz starting now. I think he's definitely. I mean, excuse me, 6.9, pretty decent. And here's the new referee stats I was talking about earlier. Giovanni Arioldi gives 5.7 yellow cards per match. This is off Serie B though, so above average there in fouls, 32.2 above average on both. Only 16,000 people in Frosinone Stadio Benito Stirpe. Or Stirpe, sorry. Italian stadiums. Yielded is a 7-3. So, Bremer an 8-2 with the goal, of course. This whole right on a Conceição, Locatelli, Bremer, all doing well. All beating each other up. Yildiz, I need him to be more. Just shoot. I just need him to shoot. He's playing he just needs to shoot more, man. Golamawani, you can also do a little bit more there. You could have definitely capitalized. Calm down. I understand first game back. Juve, get it. You need to calm her down a little bit. But otherwise, not big numbers from the defense because they haven't had to do anything. Bremer getting the goal, of course. Luiz having a decent game. McKennie, everything's going out wide. Not a whole lot seem to have gone through McKennie at the moment, but if he can find a way to get involved a little bit more, try to open up some of that space. I don't want to say he's necessarily had a bad game. He just has been kind of underutilized, perhaps. I think Luiz and McKennie should swap spots. Luiz is definitely playing that deep lying playmaker as well, though, which is allowing McKennie to not sit as deep. So we'll see how that plays out. Look at Locatelli's number. That will be interesting. Yeah, so Locatelli kind of more all over the place. Let's look at Louise. Bit deeper, anyways. Passing 23 for 26 for Loca. Yeah, long balls 1 for 2. Right on the defense. Yeah, 2 for 3 ground duels, 2 for 2 aerial duels. So he's still working defensively. We're about to get the second half here underway. What if Atleti won't sign Gonzalez? Then we keep him? And who else in the midfield here? You got Moretti that can go in. He's on the verge, maybe leaving to Besiktas as well. Coop, and you could. We are underway here. We have kickoff in the second half. And we'll get the scoreboard up and going here. And then I'll resync that time because that time is incorrect. All right. Synced up. We're slightly off. Yeah, okay. It's syncing a second or slow. That's fine. We're synced up. What? Okay, I already read that one. Sorry. All right, let's settle in. Bit of chaos there in that halftime, trying to get everything swapped over. If only German Dave wasn't sick and was able to carry the conversation while I did the background stuff. But no big deal. Done this before. Actually, just focus in and go back to like the tense emotional version of the commentation now that I'm back on TV exclusively. It was good though with the Newcastle Liverpool game going at the same time. There was enough to kind of keep it going throughout. Both games were kind of delivering. Oh man, his speed is refreshing to have. Doesn't win out that time, but puts a lot of pressure on the defense when you got your striker coming at that kind of speed. Chico working it on the right. He chooses high, and the shot, it's direct. I don't know, missing some direction again. It was a decently powerful shot. Coming onto his left foot, of course. Tackle coming in as well. Yeah, Chico, a year older. I believe he's still 23. He hasn't he hasn't had his birthday yet. Still 23. This is the year. Third year with the team. First year he wasn't sure if he was gonna stay on. It was a loan. Second year, okay. He did improve a little bit. Still 22. Now, okay, 23, third year, you're now coming into that, like, age of maturity. This is the year, Chico. Gets the ball in this time and wins the corner. He has won a lot of corners. I'll definitely give him that. That's one of those, things that don't get recorded. There is no stat for that, really, just by how many deep, like, getting so deep close to the goalkeeper, forcing the defender to get in there and just getting the ball out, pushing it to the corner, right? Like, if there was a stat for that, Chico would do well. Dougie swinging, punched out, and nobody there to collect for Juve, Frosinone, and that's a cheap foul. I don't know if it's, yeah, that's getting him a yellow. He stopped the attack. Alec in the books. Was a bit of a professional foul to stop the break. Yeah, I think that's all that was. So be careful now, though. Like they left Bremer and Chelik super deep, and then they were too deep because that loose ball allowed Frosinone to get on it, and now they're scrambling defensively despite them sitting that far back the line. So Letty's gonna have to make some adjustments there. Yield is, oh, nice feed up. It's Chelik with space. What? Just put it in. Oh my god. For one, Chelik, just shoot the fucking ball. Okay, you feed Chico, not the worst thing in the world. He's open as well. And you have a beautiful pass to Chico. And then you just sky it. I don't want to have another fucking season of just saying put it in the fucking back of the net. Too much, man. Just fuck me. I'm sure we're all saying the same thing at the moment. Still 1-0. And this gets so dangerous. Frosinone just kind of chills out and used to defend. Doesn't take much. Get one on the counter attack, off set plays, get something cheap. All of a sudden you're tied. You never know. And this is exactly when you want to be getting a goal. You're 7 minutes in to the second half. And there's a nice shot from Frosinone. Vicario saving it, but putting it back into danger. Completely different looks between the posts there this year, even for the backups. However, the backup's going to end up. Clearly kicked away. Chico can't find the clear break. Has to bring it back to the defense. Doesn't find the space. That is something that'll be better with Vicario as well. We just saw there playing the ball when he's on pressure like that. Again, the short pass can act as another defender when he comes out. But Juve just now it's starting to get a little frustrating here. After missing the clear and obvious goal again, now Frosinone are coming back and trying to take a peek. Locatelli does well to win a foul, get the ball back, but it is a couple times now. Right off that missed shot. These players know how the momentum shifts. They're taking advantage of it. This is what teams like Frosinone will excel on, is reading those momentum shifts to try to come and snatch a quick one like this. Oh man. Um, so see, this is what I'm talking about. Now I have this like extra stress anxiety trying to watch UV, over analyzing things a lot less free as opposed to when I was watching the Premier League there. The dangerous giveaway, Frosinone can't pounce on it. It's a little sloppy at the moment. They maintain possession, keeping Juve back on their heels. That pass they see out for a goal kick. And the lack of quality is shown there by Frosinone. Spalletti's looking at some substitutions now with his assistant coach. Looking at the whatever he's got on the clipboard going there. 55 minutes. Expect something pretty soon. Last couple minutes for Juve didn't look good. We'll see if they can turn it around or if Spalletti does have to make some changes here. Lots of yelling from the Juve bench, like Spalletti, his assistants. It's like everyone's yelling directions. The turn there for Colo doesn't work out. He gets stripped of the ball. But Kalulu there takes away the pass. Back up to Chico. Fed forward. Ball in. Direct to the keep. Lulu. Something happened there. He was on his feet there as quickly down the left side. Frosinone exploiting that free space and that shot well wide. Hopefully Kalulu was okay. I mean, that wouldn't be the end of the world. You could bring on Cambiaso. But Frosinone the first to go to the bench. Oh, not yet. They were I thought they were for sure ready to make that change, but not allowed to there. Loca stepping into it. Some space there for Yildiz. Cuts in, runs out of space himself. Now some changes? Yes. So Massini. And there is Zerdbin. Yes. So Massini and Zerdbin coming on. Mead and Feeney are out. Feeney was slowing down there towards the end. He had a couple looks, but just not enough. Not enough pace. He's a bulkier dude. Same height as me. This carries. I think Jonathan David is stocky. this say do Fini. At least David could play a full 90. I'll give him that. Although he's a little short, stocky, not the most athletic, he does have the endurance. Going on that conversation we had a bit earlier. Lulu just flicks that on into nothing. Maybe Juve just trying to catch a breath here, letting Frosinone hold on to the ball a little bit, which is a bit of a rarity for this game. Now they win it back in the midfield. Yildiz goes out wide to Chico. Yildiz goes down on that play, though. Chico going wide and cut out. But does win a throw. Good by the defender there, not letting run out for the corner this time, but just a throw. Chico takes it to Kalulu. Figured you might get Big Mac in the mix for that, but not this time. Chico tries to chip it over to Mac and doesn't work out. But they win it back again. Midfield a little congested at the moment. Nice by Kelly to step onto that, get it to Chelik. Steps around his man, working the left side with the overlap. And he is yelling at his teammates, wondering where his support was, and I am as well. Yildiz should have been there with him. Or, more so, he was complaining. Yeah, he was complaining about the shirt tug. Throwing taken. Kenny, Yildiz. Polo. Tries to drop back off to Yildiz. Too many passes. Somebody had said it earlier. I don't know if it was in the Discord, but how Inter just take the ball and shoot, and Juve tries to walk right through it. And take some shots, boys. Getting with the big throw in. Kicked out by Frosinone. And just lazily out for a Lloyd Kelly throw in. Gives it up to Alec there. Spalletti. Bit of frustration on his face as well. I would be too. We're 62 minutes in. At the same time, now is your opportunity, Spalletti, to start making those substitutions to change the game in your favor. Get some fresh legs up there, because your team is up and should be up by a lot. Loka tries to dump it in. There's Chelik again. Chelik leaving his flank open for long ball by Frosinone. Vicario off his line. There's another Vicarioism coming up 30, 40 meters and then just passing it off to his defense. But Chelik, very dynamic right now. I don't know if he knows he's going to be substituted and just running his face off, or he's trying to show that he's the one to not be substituted. And McKenny, lazy shot blocked off anyways. And down as well in the box there. Oh, he just grabbed his balls. A couple guys went down there for Frosinone. And there is finally a whistle. Not to jinx it, but Chelik is a worthy successor to Lord DeCilio. Chelik's very blue collar. And we need more of that on this team. And if he's going to be on the left side, with Yildiz. It's good to have somebody a little bit more blue collar to take that heat off of Yildiz as well. But at the moment, Yildiz has kind of disappeared in the game. It's Celik because he's not the most technically gifted player. You know, he can get involved, but then he doesn't necessarily have that touch to make the magic happen at the end of the day. So, not to say he doesn't have any skill. Had that assist in the preseason. He can definitely do it. But Yildiz needs to be more involved so he can be that guy. Put cooling spray on the balls. Oh, yeah. More substitutions coming up here for Frosinone. Maybe after the corner. Is it a corner? No. A dead ball for Dougie. Letty with his head down. What is he thinking? Make some substitutions, dude. Another thing I've had against Spalletti, sometimes he just waits too long. You notice there's a problem with what's going on, and you need to change things. Yeah, Dougie definitely being a focal point in the midfield. It can be said that Mac maybe needs to be. I would put L.A. Begovic into it just to see. Chico from downtown. Oh my God! Did he get his hands on that? Palmasani stepping up to the plate on that one. Chico setting a ripper. Taking another look here. He's creating the space for himself. I still can't even tell from that angle if it did go off the hands, but I think that was a save. Kelly coming off for Hassa. Oh, another Juve next gen player that we sold off and is now not really doing tons. 22-year-old still though. That's 4 substitutions now for Frosinone. Anthony Oyono coming on as well for Monterisi. Cardio, what are you doing? Why did you make that look so hard? That ball went out. Yeah, that was very awkward from Picardio. Yeah, like we were saying, Picardio wasn't necessarily an upgrade over Di Gregorio. I have a feeling that if he doesn't clean up his game and he gets cooked, the Juve fans will also go against Vicario. Now, the good thing is that there's no obligation. It's costing us nothing this year, and there's no obligation to buy him. That's what's reported to be the same for Di Gregorio going to Bournemouth, mind you. So we could very well be in a situation next season where we don't have Vicario and we have Di Gregorio back. Which would be interesting for that transfer market as well. Cambiasso and Zagrova. So obviously Cambiasso for Celik. It's not obvious, I don't think, but I think it's. Well, I don't know yet. Celik on a yellow card. Lulu, we know from last season, can play every single game until Bastoni shows up. And yeah, another obvious one, Zagrova for Conceição. Now, is this Zagrova's season? Second year. Had this discussion. First year coming from a different league, different team is always going to be difficult. But the second season will tell us for sure what the situation of this player is. We're now 69 minutes in. Frosinone with 4 substitutions, Juve with 0. No yellow cards currently on the field for either team. Corner for Frosinone is up high. I saw Boga as well come to the line, so we should be seeing Boga for, I'm going to say, Yildiz. Yildiz has definitely dropped off this game. Still at a 7.7, but not impressing me today, anyways. Ubiaso beat Lee up on that play. And Boga. And gets the corner off that cross. Okay, so Boga did come in for Yildiz at the same time. They just the camera cut away. And I didn't actually see the official substitution. So a little slow on to it myself, but Boga immediately with fresh legs looking to contribute. And Weston McKennie's got the gold stripe in his hair to match the black and gold jersey today. Rova takes it. Bouncing here. Colo swings it back in. Ball still loose. Rova back onto it. Dougie scooping it. And too much of a scoop. Goal kick. 20 to go. And it's still 1-0. My old man dog still sleeping in the background. Is doing the old man lip smack thing. And see the cooling break. It is now 30 degrees outside. It started at 33. Well, who else perhaps now to come on? Who should we look at? McKennie. I wouldn't mind seeing Alea Begovic for a few minutes. You could even, as we discussed, put Jonathan David into the number 10 role where McKennie is. McKennie just has not had a great game. Colo hasn't had a great game either. You could put David in for Colo. See what happens. You got Thuram, of course, for the midfield. But Loca and Luis have been doing pretty decent. So you put Thuram where Luis is and put Luis up where McKennie is an option. But then I would say you would have to do David for Colo at that point. Unless you put Lukumi in for Kelly. Get him his first few minutes. Well, Kelly just hasn't had to do much. So Colo's at a 6'5", McKennie 6'7", Kelly 6'7". Those are your 3 worst players still on the pitch. But Kelly hasn't had to do much. So between Colo and McKennie would be my final 2 substitutions. And if you have somebody more creative, fresh in that number 10, your number 9 will open up. I say go all in. Swap out your 9-10. I mean, if you're looking to lock down the 1-0, sure, you could put John Lukumi in, but I mean, at the same time, I don't want to say he's an unknown, but he hasn't had any minutes with Juve, right? So, do you trust him yet to be your insurance marker? Cheryl saying the Allegrissimo 1-0. Oh boy, starting off the season just right. Even Allegri got 2 goals late. But I would be making those changes sooner than later. There's Kelly bringing the ball up. He has been doing all right today. Just hasn't been too busy. Boga with the turn. I took a shoulder there. Still Juve with it though. Grova gets it long, and Cambiaso thinks that went off Frosinone, but it is called as a goal kick. Sees a Grova, chips it over. Maybe. Hard to tell, but it might have went off ahead and right past Cambiaso. In any case, here is the final substitution. Percalia off for Terzic. Spalletti, man. What are you thinking, Spalletti? You're doing it to me. Waiting this long. Don't like it. Juve otherwise has been in control. Frozen only a couple of looks throughout the game, but again, it's all it takes. Currently, they do have the ball. And I hate to say that I wouldn't be surprised if they somehow get one here as that ball leaks through. Not defended away yet. Frosinone is allowed it to control a little bit down in Juve zone. It's just no change, man. No change since last year. Started off really well. Can't capitalize on the goals. Now late. Tired legs, making mistakes. Belletti. Oh, Colo playing keep ups there. Yeah, Spalletti just not making the changes when he needs to. I'm convinced of it. And then the game drags on. Juve winning it back in the midfield at least. Oop coming in. No. No. They're still trying to sell him. Last few days of the transfer market. Give him some minutes so we can sell him. That's that was not on my prediction sheet. You put him in the number 10 role? For McKenzie? McKenny? Who the hell's McKenzie? Oh, nice pass from Zagrova to Boga. And Boga has no way through. Frosinone going in deep. Gets the goal kick out of it as well. Yeah, Coop. I don't know why we're seeing Coop coming on. Yeah, definitely off Boga. And just the one change. And it's for Douglas Luiz. Would have anybody else in the chat have made that substitution? I I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. Obviously, Coop can play defensively. I just oh my god. Here we go again. So they still can make the final change. They've only done it over 2 windows, so they have a third and final. 10 minutes left. Will the game's lone goal come off a Bremer header off a corner kick? And it wasn't even a direct corner. Oh, bad giveaway by Frosinone there. Although in support on the right side was Zagrova. Running out of space. Ball bounced out off the keeper into the danger zone. Can they control anything here? It's still Juve. Lulu collects up to Coop. Coop out to Colo. Can't get the toe on it. Across the face of the goal. That was not a foul. He gets a yellow. Maybe he clipped him on the step over. Stopped in attack, I guess. Comes on for Chelik, who was on a yellow. Yeah, there was some hands there. Less handsy than what Chelik did earlier. So who do you put in? Final substitution. I hate how this team doesn't kill the games off. Because now we might be looking on putting John Lukumi in to shore up the defense for the final few minutes instead of just taking the second. Coach the second to Mad Max and Serie A, Conte. Shivu and Fabregas are definitely making a name for themselves, mind you. See what Fabregas does this year. And Chivu definitely has the team behind him. Oh, both have the team behind them. No sign of that substitution. I hate this, man. Give the guy some minutes. There's no point having him coming this late. Broken record from last season. My God, this is why we're going to cover other leagues. Already pissed off. Gonna be pissed off when we're winning a game. Zagrova. Whoa. Cool attempt, I guess. I don't even know where that ball went. Oh, my Lord. Didn't even cross the bounds of the keeper box. There's Coop. Coop's touching the ball. Sorry guys. This is just dragging down the final few minutes. It's Frosinone and we're struggling, and that's honestly why I'm a little upset right now because it just should not be the case. Poop was a pylon on that play. Frosinone out on the attack. But Kalulu reading that pretty well, but then can't get. Oof, they're getting lucky here, Juve. It's a little sloppy. Once again, proving that they play to the level of the team that they are playing. No sign of the substitution either, who we're going to get. 5 minutes to go. Automatically a couple for the cooling break, but there hasn't been a whole lot of stoppages here. Although giving it back to danger. Frosinone, my God, guys, come on. Kalulu's there again. Stressful. Loka back out to Zagrova. That's a decent pass, and Zagrova stops the run. We're now 86 minutes into this. My God, Coop is so slow. I'm at the point now where it's full Coop hate because he's been here for a couple seasons. Hasn't done wheat jack all with any of it. Again, first season, all right. Cut him some slack. Second season, no improvement. Yeah, he's just taking up a space on the team, on the roster. And Louis Hassa showing his best Juve skills by completely missing the net. It's Paletti. Like you're exasperated, but you're not controlling this match at all. At least Massimiliano Alvini here is up on his feet dancing around trying to get something going for his team. Grova doing well to keep the ball that time. There's Coop. Takes the shot. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that there was a touch because that ball was high. So we are going to the corner. Two minutes to go. Still no substitution. Taken up to Locatelli. Loca. He's going to hold up again. Scoop it forward. Oh, sloppy by Palmisani, but recovers. Feeds the ball forward. And Coop is just so clumsy. Spalletti, make your change already. Holy fuck. A minute left. You telling me you're not going to make a change? At this point, it's useless anyways. It's chaotic. Frosinone, now that know it's last chance, they're sprawling, trying to win the ball back, which they do. How low goes for the spectacular doesn't come off. Well, this should run the clock to about the end now. Cardio down. What's his issue? This is just time wasting. Yeah, this is pure time wasting. I mean, the fact that you don't put on Alea Bagovic for McKennie for a couple minutes or Jonathan David in for Cola, like at least you know Jonathan David's going to track back and work defensively if you're looking for something defensive. Hardina's up on his feet. What does this mean? 6 minutes added. Is Perrine's grandfather North African? I have no idea what's going on. They are making the substitution. Perrine is coming on. Like what? Oh my lord! It's almost as if they planned this to happen. I have no idea what's going on. A guy plays exactly 90 minutes and gets injured. Makes like what, 2 saves? I was happy with Di Gregorio as a backup, keep Perrine. Oh, that's just you got a free loan of a cardio. It's not costing us money. I get it. If it was costing us money, I would be upset, I suppose. Less thrilled about the whole situation. We won't find out until tomorrow, anyways, what's really going on. Bremer in the way of that cross. No nonsense defending, but it is a corner. Yeah, his Di Gregorio's uh, mentality was shaken, and that's why I yell at our fans so much about being shitty fans. Oh, that's off the post. Good corner by Frosinone. Yeah, they're just so quick to completely trash on just whoever they don't like instead of supporting them, trying to get them boosted back up and performing. They're some of the worst fans out there. I know it's bad in the Prem League. It's bad all over the place, but like, and Juve fans need to do better. Oh yeah, that was a definite tug on Colo. Another yellow card out. This guy definitely given yellow cards above average. It's only 4 substitute. That's gonna be my big thing. Only 4 substitution. Well, no, they just put Perdine in. That barely counts. I don't know. Who would have thought that, right? That you would have had to swap your goalkeeper at the 91st minute? Still only counting that as 4. That's another haul down on Colo. That one isn't a foul now? I don't know. Couple minutes. Frosinone looking a little dangerous. I am not calm at all. Ooh. The ball goes out. 2:28. We've got a bit of an afternoon ahead of us, at least. Yeah, everyone wishes that City overpaid for Cambiaso last year. That's when he started going downhill, though. Cambiaso throws it in. Doesn't even make it to Boga. Final minute now. Cambiaso doesn't get through at all. Frosinone with it. Going deep. Nice by Kalulu again. Kalulu being a stalwart defensively there today. Because Ben goes down. I think that was an errant hand in his face, or just got hit with flour dust. I don't know. Ooh, that was a wild one. Juve is definitely going to take their time now and kill the final few seconds. Yeah, just looking at that Calvani header again, that was so close. Kind of wild. He was falling back on it. Would have been pretty lucky if that one went in. That angle looked a little better. Definitely a little behind him, though. It definitely had to force the ball onto net. Man, very handsy again. That not a yellow card? They went right through Locatelli. They're just doing it on purpose. Louis Hassa. Frosinone, the last couple minutes, just got super sloppy with the tackles. All in the bonus time now. Long ball forward. Frosinone, we're at 36 minutes, 40 seconds. And then we continue on. This has to be it. Cambiaso with the throw in. Has to be it. There it is, right? No, just a foul. Just call the game in. These Italian referees. Ellie just boots it forward. Almasani with it. Still no whistle. Almasani going deep. Kalulu there to stop it. We're still playing. And he gets it up to Zagrova. Kolo. Zagrova. Stripped off him now. We are at the 98th minute. And we're still playing. Oh, Locatelli now getting the foul on Hassa. Oh my god, it's over. Finally, fuck. Yes, Jeff. We've been yelling about it all game. Same problems. New season, same problems. It's like we broke up with their girlfriend for the summer to get some fresh meat and came running back in September. This, my God, they've won and I'm already exasperated. It's a win. It's a win, but like coming into the second season of fuck, guys. I don't have to convince any of you, do I? You all know by now. You know how this goes. Yeah, J-Car, I'm tired already. Oh my lord. Bremer had a good game. That was painful. 37 more to go, ladies and gentlemen, not to mention Europa League and the Coppa Italia. So buckle in. It's going to be a wild ride. It's like going down the lazy river is more so what this feels like. Win's a win. We're up there with Inter, Lecce, Napoli, Cagliari. Oh, Lord. And then who's still to play here? The Lecce beating Venezia at 2-0 just now as well. Got Atalanta, Sassuolo, in Torino, Milan. What did Lazio? Yeah, Lazio's tomorrow against Bologna. See how they start their season. And the Roma, Fiorentina as well should be a decent one. The stats. XG. So we did like 1.5 XG in the first half and then just another half in the second. It's 20 shots, 5 on target. There you go. Passing still decent. Everything else is still decent. Shot conversion. Motherfucking shot conversion. What's going on with Ricardio? Who knows? Take a quick hit over at X just to see. Yeah, he has been left out of Liverpool's matchday squad. And yeah, we're already shitting on Kolo Muani. Yep. That looks tasty. I haven't eaten yet today. I got to do that. I got some chicken left over. Even though Kolo Muani can't finish worth his shit, I still think he's an upgrade to Dusan and David. Here's the fucking problem. Kolo, and I was yelling about this the whole time. I don't know why we were so high up on Kolo. Kolo is not a pure number 9. David is not a pure number 9. Dusan is a pure number 9, but he's a piece of shit. Mentally, anyways. He can't get the head to do what his foot needs to do. He just thinks with his dick. I don't know, but he's fucking gone. Who cares? We just need a true, pure number 9, and we still don't have that. And then we get linked with people like Xerxes. Is that the answer? Because it's not. He's not a pure number 9 by any sense of the imagination. Yeah, another one shitting on Kolo. Okay, I mean, why dwell on it, right? Why dwell? Is what it is. So we'll see what happens next week. Hopefully Dave is okay. I have a kind of busy weekend next week as well, so we're gonna try to find some time to see what we're gonna do. Juve's next game, actually. Let's just see who Juventus plays next weekend. Worry about that. Parma Saturday 2:45. Yeah, that works. Saturday 2:45. Maybe it doesn't work. I actually might be working. We'll figure it out. We'll let you know. All right. Thanks for joining us today. Yeah. I mean, it started off pretty fun, and then it definitely dragged out after that. Yeah, game should have been 4-0. XG of 1.99. Yeah, you're talking about 4 goals. 3 for sure it should have been. So until next week, we'll keep tabs on Picario, see how he's doing. Steak meat after steak and 4 beer. You know what? I'd like to do that. Let's do that. I want you to film your fucking men's league games, and then I'm gonna sit here and fucking commentate and make fun of you. I think that should be our new segment. Everyone send me in your beer league tape, and maybe we'll just be a beer league channel. Maybe I'll drink a beer as I comment on your beer league. I think that's the way forward. Send in your tapes, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have some fun with that. I mean, I kid, but I would totally take it if you guys were to do that. I just completely trash our viewership at how bad they are at football. Because I know we joke and say put me in, coach. We would all be really shit. Oh boy. I mean, Dash has put in some tape before. We'll get some Dash's tape, maybe. All right, guys, thanks for joining. We are on all platforms. The Discord, I had that. We'll put it up for a few more minutes here. Discord QR code. Scan that. Get into the conversation. It's been popping off the whole game. I'm sure you guys are thrilled. Doesn't pop off if things are hunky dory, right? So, anyways, you can keep the conversation going there. X, Instagram, Twitch, Kick, Assist, all of it. We're everywhere. Links are all down in the description. So thanks for joining me on the season opener on this double header. Going deep, we're going 3 hours and 11 minutes. So that's almost as if the game went into extra times and penalty. Flashback to the World Cup. Okay. Yeah. Y'all have a good weekend. We'll catch you on the next one, whenever that may be. We'll just hit the bell icon, get in our socials. We'll update you when that happens. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon, and catch you later.